Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing Ninjago Season 12, Episode 12, Stop, Drop, and Side Scroll. So I'll quickly recap of what happened in this episode. At the start of the episode, we see Nia, Lloyd, and Jay hiding from some red visors, and then they go to Terridomia where they have to jump on some red platforms, but along the way, they lose one life each. But then Nia gets a loot box, and then she gets the ability to use a jutsu again, and she lifts Lloyd and Jay up, and they get to the final place where they need to go, and then they find out they have to fight a boss character, which Lloyd is chosen, and he has to fight against Harumi, but he finds it hard because he still has feelings for her. So we asked the Harumi what was the first thing they did together, which the first thing they did was feed food to the homeless, but the Harumi doesn't remember because it's not the real one. So then Lloyd realizes, and they both slice each other and they both die, and then Jay and Nia go up and get the Keyblade, and then they go to the next place where they have to go, and the episode ends. Okay, so the problems I have with this episode aren't really big problems because I really like this episode, so these are just little minor problems. So the first one is with Jay and Nia losing one of their lives in this episode, because I feel like in the next episode they're going to be fighting those chef people, so I feel like that they could have lost one of their lives fighting those chef people than with them losing their life in this episode. But they probably wanted to make it fair to Lloyd, so if Lloyd lost one of his lives, then Jay and Nia would have to lose one of their lives. And I also feel like that when Jay and Nia went to the next place, when they got the Kitana and went to the next level, I feel like that it should have shown the setting or what the place looked like, but those are just some problems I have with the episode. Okay, so the first thing I like with this episode of how it showed emotion from Jay and Nia, or when Lloyd died, or when Harumi Lloyd sliced both of each other and they both died. I like how Nia ran to the cube of Lloyd's cube and started holding it and everything. I really like that, and how it showed affection from Jay and Nia of them being sad. I also liked when Cole and Kai came up on the screens telling everyone that they were both dead. It showed emotion from Lloyd, Nia, and Jay, so I really like that. It was also cool seeing a jutsu again. It's I know that they mentioned that they didn't mention why they don't use a jutsu, but they did say that it could be like a tornado stuff, like a cyclone that would destroy anything in its path. But I feel like that's not the explanation to not using a jutsu, because that's not a jutsu. It's like a flying spin jutsu tornado and everything. So I feel like that's not the reason, but it was still really awesome seeing a jutsu again. It was also cool. My favorite thing with this episode was the fight with Lloyd and Harumi. That was amazing, and I'm very happy that they didn't change the voice actor for Harumi. And I know that this wasn't the real Harumi, but I absolutely love this fight scene and everything of how Lloyd showed emotion and how he showed that he still had feelings for Harumi. And I really liked Harumi in this episode. I'm so happy that they didn't change the voice actor. And this is my favorite fight scene in season 12 yet. But I'm really happy that we got to see Harumi again. Alright, so my thoughts on this episode was that I absolutely love this episode. This was just an amazing episode. I absolutely love this episode, because what won me over was seeing Harumi again. I know that this isn't the real Harumi, but seeing Harumi again was just amazing, seeing her again. And I also really liked of how Lloyd showed emotion against Harumi, showing that he still has feelings for her. So I really loved that. So I'm very happy that we got to see Harumi again. I know it's not the real one, but it was really awesome, and I'm happy that they kept her original voice actor, so I'm very happy by that. Also, it was also cool seeing the Ejitsu. It was really cool seeing Ejitsu again, and the platform jumping and everything. That was really cool too. But I just really love this episode, so I'm gonna have to rate this episode a 9.1 out of 10. I absolutely love this episode. What won me over was seeing that fight with Harumi versus Lloyd. So this is my favorite episode out of the season yet, and this is my favorite fight out of the season yet. But it was just amazing seeing Harumi again. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Tell me what you guys thought of this episode in the description, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.